And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com to download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Download it on your phone. Have it delivered via Uber Eats. Or if you've had an Uber Eats experience like I did tonight, it's much easier to just drive to Galactic Fried Chicken. Tell them to pump it up. Save 15%. Starting tomorrow. Closed Monday and Tuesday. Open Wednesday through Sunday. So there you go. I had a bad one tonight.
I was going to say, you're not just going to drop that in my lap and not discuss it.
It wasn't with Galactic. It was with a different, and I won't even get into like I don't think it's the
you don't need to put up
the restaurant. Ordered some Italian. Kelsey's been really big on chicken Alfredo lately.
Okay.
Ordered some Italian.
Chicken
$5.15. I got chicken parm. The chicken parm. Look. The chicken parm was outstanding. The problem was we ordered at $5.15 and it was delivered at $7:08.
Oh. You know the only thing better. You know the only thing better than chicken parm? Veal parm.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer, depending on the place, I prefer chicken, but veal parm is also very good as well. Like I don't dislike veal parm.
It's also not something that you can get every single time, right? You got to get it just every now and again, just to be like.
Just as long as you don't get eggplant parm over chicken. Come on, man.
Not over chicken, but hey, I'm just saying, if you're not the one making the meal and somebody's like, hey, you want this eggplant parm? You know what? Yes, I do.
Can you can you pound out a do that instead? How about that? Chicken parm is one of my favorite things.
Chad, you know what I'm doing tomorrow?
It was very good. Took an hour and 45 minutes to get from order to my front door.
You know what I'm doing tomorrow?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Smoking wings for the first time.
Do you have an air fryer?
Oh, no. You throw them on the grill when you're done smoking them to get the crisp. Everyone I've read about has said put them on the grill.
They're wrong. I'm telling you, through trial and error, they're wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'll do a couple in the air fryer and see what's up. But I really want to do this this on the grill thing, and we'll see.
Smoke 1 hour.
Oh, this said 2.5, and then you throw them on the grill for a couple minutes for that crisp.
They're chicken wings.
Look, man, I don't know. I'm reading. I'm just reading. You do it on a low temp, 2.5 hours.
It's wasting time. You're wasting time.
I got time.
1 hour, 250, seasoned with whatever your chicken wing.
Said to marinate it for at least an hour in some oil and your rub.
250.
Going voodoo
on the smoker. Yeah, the voodoo is very good. 250 on the smoker, 1 hour. Pull them off. You put them in the air fryer at 275 or 375. 5 minutes aside. They're crispy. You got to get them with the little spray on each side. They're perfect. It's perfect. It's the perfect way to do chicken wings.
You know why I'm talking about chicken wings?
Why?
Because it's the end of the summer, Chad.
It is. So, you know what tomorrow is? I've talked about it.
The end of the summer.
Well, not for normal people.
No, but
for normal people, the end of the summer is Labor Day weekend.
I don't know. My sister's kids in Indy are going back to school on Wednesday.
What?
It's bananas.
What?
Bananas.
Kelsey goes back on like the 17th.
Look, they're going back. Bananas.
The 3rd? They're going back to the 3rd?
Yes. But end of the summer. So for football people like us.
The end of my summer is Luke Fickle Camp Preview Day.
How excited are you?
I'm excited. And tomorrow is.
Do you guys have a secret handshake?
No. I would not even dare.
It's just the firm.
You want like, no.
It's just the
Could you
firm.
imagine? Yeah,
No,
like
not even close. That's why I asked. Because I mean,
Sauce gets to dap up Luke. Like, no, it's more like the you know,
clap, hug once.
bro hug. Yeah,
Yep.
just like the tight dap. That's more.
Is it hard to
of the
let
thing.
go?
No, because it would be awkward, and I have to deal with them. That would be difficult for you because you don't deal with them all the time.
I mean, he told me not to drink drinks down in the locker room or in the weight room.
He did. What are you bringing that in here for?
I still don't know that he knows my name, but I also don't know that he doesn't know my name.
He knows your name. I would almost guarantee he knows your name.
It's wild.
He is on my Twitter feed every night. I can tell you that.
Wild.
So he knows your name. For me, that's the end of summer. Like, the end of summer is like that interview with Luke leading into Wednesday is the start of camp. Friday, higher ground. My summer's over. The Vince Carter, like, at the end of it's over. My summer is a wrap starting Monday. So, what's been your favorite part of this offseason? Like, I guess for football, it technically is the Cotton Bowl. But really for me, I guess in the way that I see...
Not the offseason. The Cotton Bowl was so long ago. It feels like a lifetime ago. I mean, it feels...
Right.
I've had a kid since then. I mean...
Yeah, your life changed since the Cotton Bowl. Your life changed since June. So that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But when I look at it, like, I see it as the end of spring football is kind of the end of the year for me. My year goes from this Luke Fickle interview to the end of spring football, and then the off season, I go on the road multiple weeks for AAU, and I do camp at UC for football camps. Now we've added the TBT guys into the mix every year. And then every 3 or 4 years I go on vacation. So that's what my off season looks like. But this is the end of the off season. So I'm curious, what have been kind of your favorite storylines of the off season? I think I know what my most impactful storyline of the off season was.
Favorite topics in no particular order, definitely not ranked in order. The first and foremost, me being the fantasy football guy that I am, me being the NFL guy that I am, in addition to doing this, has been all of the dudes, and with rookie camp underway now, like, it's been fun.
We've never seen anything like this.
It's been so much fun finding, like, who's been in different videos and who's been making plays and who's been misrepresented by Marcus Mariota. Just saying. There's been some cool things that have happened with all of that, and it's been so exciting. Like, just to
hearing
be
the
there.
Jets receivers talk about Sauce and being like, "That's a dog. That's a dog."
To hear Stephon Gilmore talk about Alec Pierce and how they're learning from each other. To see Zach.
Is there anyone in the NFL more happy than Alec Pierce that he doesn't just have to line up against Sauce every day? Like, look, I'm sure he's going up against good DBs in Indianapolis, but every day he looks across the line of scrimmage and goes, I got this.
Stephon Gilmore. I would think Stephon Gilmore would be a very close representation to Sauce. Not that their play is necessarily anywhere near the same, but you got a dude who's got some skins on the wall.
Yeah, sure. But I'm talking about the length and like we saw those battles every day, Sauce and AP.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure AP is up there at Indy like, all right, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I've done this every day for 2 years. Every day for 2 years, I've lined up against this guy.
We've seen Kobe making some plays. We've seen Beavers making some plays. We've seen Michael Young making some plays. I haven't seen a whole lot out of the Jerome Ford camp yet. I haven't seen a whole lot out of. I mean, obviously, there's been a couple guys. Nothing out of New
We haven't
Orleans.
seen much out of Myjay yet
Yeah, not
in
not a
terms of
ton.
like the videos and stuff.
We did see the Bearcat on Bearcat from the Chiefs, which was super
Yeah, that was
cool.
awesome.
Super
Dude,
cool.
look, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Sauce, he's going to be the second best pro of this bunch.
I'm not sure that he's not going to be the most fascinating to watch. Just
if he can stay healthy,
his career arc will be a fascinating watch.
If he can stay healthy, that's a dog. That's a dog.
But I think that's been probably my very favorite storyline is just watching all of these dudes become men, really, right? Like just become like legit NFL men. Number 2, and I know we've talked about it.
I don't get like how many do you get to do before I do one?
I was just going to drop a second one, and I'm sure you would probably agree with this one too. Has been the quarterback watch, and I know we've talked about it in a lot of different ways.
It's been quiet,
but I mean, well, going back to the fact that we even have a conversation about the quarterback watch.
Sure.
Like, who saw this becoming a neck and neck thing 6 months ago, or whenever it was that
when Ben
Bryant transferred in? I don't remember the timeline. And maybe that was February, March.
No, it was earlier than that because he was here for the start. It was December, like late December, early January, because he was here for the start of classes. Yeah, I mean that's been fascinating. Not just because Ben came back, but because
which is a story. That's a story in and of itself. But
Evan answered the bell.
Correct.
Like he did not just fade away when Ben came back. He
probably
matched the challenge.
That's probably my 1A, 1B, if you will. So go ahead.
And Corey Kiner for me.
That's a good one.
Because it's been quiet. It's been seamless.
Eerily quiet?
No. Quiet in that he has done, from everything we've heard, from talking to Brady, from conversations I've had with staff, from being around Squat Fest, from just being around. The one thing I won't say worried about, but the one thing they wanted to make sure was that Corey didn't come in and feel like he was a prima donna, better than the room. Wasn't a guy that was going to come in and work. And he has come in, he has kept his head down, he has worked his ass off. He has gotten through whatever the injury stuff was that he had to deal with at the end of spring football at LSU. He hasn't let it. He didn't come into that room and act like this is my room. He came into that room and said, I'm one of the guys.
If Juwan Briggs has taught us anything about transfers, highly touted transfers coming in, I think it's just that, is that this staff does not treat a highly touted transfer in any way, shape, or form any different than anybody else in that room, regardless of what room it may be.
Right. And I think that was something, not that they were worried about with Corey, but they were monitoring with Corey. Like, you got to come in here. Look, we know how good you are. We recruited you as hard as we did because we know how good you are.
Sure.
But you're coming in and you're going to have to earn your spot. And from all indications, Corey Kiner has been like, all right, I'm good with that. I'm good with the room. I'm good with the guys. I don't think I'm big shit. I'm not coming in here, and acting like I've done something that I haven't done. I'm going to come in here and we're going to go out to higher ground and we're going to compete. And the carries are going to fall where they may, but I'm not going to hurt myself by damaging, my reputation upon arrival. So I think they want to run, man. As good as we talked a ton this offseason about how good the weapons are in the passing game and how dynamic the passing game could be. But you don't hire Mike Cummings if you're Gino Guidugli and Luke Fickle if you don't want to run.
Correct.
Central Michigan had the number 1 rushing offense in the country last year. They want to run. And Corey Kiner showing up, being dialed in. 1B, I guess since you got to do a 1A, 1B, I get to do a 1A, 1B.
Sure.
The combination of Dave DeJulius and Landers Nolly and Jeremiah Davenport is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many wins. I don't know what they're going to do in Maui, but I know the addition of Nolly, the addition of Kalua Zekpe, Daniel Skillings, Josh Reed, this roster is everything that we complained about last year. Taller, longer, more athletic, more competitive, better shooting. Like all the things we went through last year and talked about, they can't win at a high level if they're short and they can't shoot, they don't have any length, and they can't rebound, and all the like da-da-da-da-da. We went down this checklist of all the things that weren't above average. Because I think that's like same thing in all sports. What you need to do is be above average in a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
In most stuff. If you're above average in most stuff, you're going to have success.
Mm-hmm.
And last year they were average or below in too many things. And getting to see some of the stuff we've seen, talking to little birdies about practice and open gyms, this team looks a lot different than last year's team. So that's 1B for me.
I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on this question, so you don't have to get too deep on your answer. The tweet that David DeJulius retweeted in regards to Steve Kerr talking to Steph Curry, we haven't talked about here, but we did talk about on PTP. But what were your thoughts when you watched that video and when DDJ essentially said, this is what playing for Coach Wes Miller is like? Recruits, listen, like this is
okay,
this
Aaron,
is it.
let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How much do you think Wes and Steve Kerr are have in common?
Probably outside of the fact they both played basketball, that might be it.
I don't agree with that.
No?
I think they fought the same stigma, but they're undersized.
Did they both fist fight Michael Jordan?
I don't know that Wes ever was around Michael enough to want to swing on him. But if they were out on the golf course and Mike tried to pull some shenanigans,
who knows?
My guess is Wes would have wanted to swing on him.
Who knows?
That's the one thing in common between Wes and Luke. Those are two of the most competitive dudes I know. They're two of the most normal, down-to-earth, genuine dudes I know. But when the lights are on, they want to rip your throat out. So, I don't know. I think he might have fought Mike Jordan if he was.
Okay.
I just call him Mike because we got it like that.
I mean, I don't even know how much fighting back Steve Kerr did. I think he just took a punch to the face from Michael Jordan.
Right. But he was willing to step up. Like, but here's the thing. Like, I think there's a lot of similarity in how Steve Kerr coaches and how Wes coaches. Like, I don't think that's crazy. Like when you watch that clip that DeJulius posted.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And that
wasn't just. I don't think it was DDJ just blowing smoke. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
No,
like I think,
of course not. I agree completely.
He's extremely calculated in anything and everything that he does.
He's sitting down and like in that video, Steve Kerr is sitting down and showing Steph Curry, like when he's in a slump, he's showing him his success and his numbers and saying, look, man,
plus minus and right.
What we do depends on you.
Your tempo.
I've seen Wes have those conversations with Dave DeJulius last year when they were going through that funk where everything was focused on DeJulius, right? Every defense was just saying, if we keep the ball out of his hands or we make it tough for him to shoot, this team's going to struggle. I've seen those conversations where Wes is like, hey, man, just keep being you. Keep being you. We're going to work through this. And now, I think they got a pretty fun team. I think they got a team that's not going to have to rely strictly on DeJulius to make everything happen like they did towards the end of last year. So
these next few weeks should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of storylines that are going to present themselves that we haven't even talked about because we don't even know them yet. But I look forward.
We're gonna have camp. We're gonna have basketball recruiting. Football recruiting is not really a thing, I guess. Maybe Jalen Thompson. We hear something on that. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything since his visit to Ohio State at the beginning of the week. It's been really quiet on that front. Maybe Isaiah Collier decision. Who knows? That family. Hey, look, I'm just going to say this. I don't know who he's going to pick, when he's going to decide, how it happens. I just want to give one of these to the Collier family because all 4 schools think they're going to get him. Or all 4 schools think we have a very real chance to get him.
That's bananas.
And he's done with his visits. And like it's the finish line. And if you can do that, you deserve a round of applause. Because usually by this point, it's like 2 people, the Spider-Man, like the final 2 are pointing at each other, and there's one of them that actually knows, and he's pointing at you with like a smile on his face under the mask going, it's not you. So they've done a great job. That's going to affect Arlington Page. It's going to affect how a lot of this stuff plays out.
It's going to affect everyone in recruiting.
Yeah. So we'll see. There's a lot of fun coming up over the next couple of weeks, but it's been a wild summer, man. All the realignment stuff, all the NIL stuff, all the
we didn't get into any of that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm done with it. We'll talk about it as it happens, but it's not what I love talking about.
Right.
I love talking about the actual UC stuff. And there you go. That's our summer recap. I talk to Luke Fickle tomorrow. BBP tomorrow night. Luke Fickle interview series, hopefully starting tomorrow, if not worst case on Tuesday morning. That'll lead into practice on Wednesday at Nippert Stadium, practice on Friday out at Camp Higher Ground. And it's football season, boys and girls. It's here. Tomorrow, Aaron, tomorrow.
Let's go.
It's the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!